Hey there, and welcome to Insta Launch, how to quickly score your first 1,000 Instagram followers. I'm Kim Walsh-Phillips, and I am so excited to have you in this program. I literally went from 0 to over 10,000, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. The thing is, I've never been on TV. I'm not part of some reality program. I don't have a famous last name, no fancy schmancy business investors. This is all stuff that I bootstrapped through trial and error, and I'm going to show you exactly what works. So you don't have to go through any of that trial and error. You're just going to be able to dive right on in and grow your follower count. So congratulations, you made a brilliant decision to grow your Instagram following. So here we're going to talk about how to attract followers to grow your list and scale your business. So there are these bots out there that'll sell you a ton of Instagram followers. Like you can pull them in, get them real quick, pull them up, but those aren't people that are ever going to buy from you, right? We're going to grow people who are your perfect prospects by going after them. So these likes that you're going to get, these followers, these double hearts, these comments, these are the folks who are going to be asking to buy from you. That's what we're going to talk about today, because it's more than just being popular, it's about being profitable. When it comes into Instagram, it's a crazy story of how I even got involved. So I'm the author of the No BS Guide to Direct Response Social Media Marketing. I was a co-author with Dan Kennedy, and he had written a bunch of books before our book. So here I come in, the new naive author. They asked me to come in and write this book, and I did it, and I did all the marketing strategies that I know, and lo and behold, not only does it end up being a bestseller, it ends up being his bestseller of all time, which I love because the man does not like social media, but hence he has a social media book, best-selling book of all time. Anyway, so Entrepreneur Press, our publisher, comes to me and says, okay, Kim, this did great. We have another title we want to write, The Ultimate Guide to Instagram for Business. Would you write that book for us? And I was like, sure, yep, you're going to give me a book with my own. I'm not going to have to co-author. You're going to put my name on it. Yeah, I'll do that. The crazy thing is I had the 352 followers on Instagram when they asked me to write the Instagram book. So I'm like, all right, well, as I'm writing the book, I better get myself some more followers. And it was really cool because I'm writing each chapter and I'm testing things, right? Like I'm testing things that continue to work. Let's talk about that in a minute of what I did and what the results were. But first, why should you even care about Instagram at all? Well, what's so cool about it is that there are over 1 billion people on Instagram, and they're buying. In fact, over 80% of Instagram users have purchased something they found out about on Instagram. So it's not just a platform, it's also a way to get more customers, right? It's not just networking, it's shopping. And so you're going to be able to discover how to attract those perfect prospects into your business. So here they asked me to write this book, The Ultimate Guide to Instagram for Business, and I start testing these strategies on my own account. Now, there were some crazy things I heard about, and maybe you have too, like, what's the exact right time to post? How many exact times should you post a day? I tested everything. Like one time I tested posting 12 times a day in my Instagram main feed. We didn't have stories when this first started. And that was terrible. It went horribly wrong. How many exact hashtags should you use? Should you use 30? Should you use 2? Should you use 7? I'll talk about that in a minute. And then also the exact perfect time to post during the day. I found most of that stuff didn't make a whole big a difference. Now, posting too often doesn't do well. You actually will go down. People will cut you off. I found ideally you post once a day on Instagram. Now, stories you could do a whole lot, but your regular posts in your newsfeed once a day. As far as what time of day, post when it works well for your schedule. Consistency is way more important than trying to hack the algorithm, I'm telling you. And then as far as hashtags go, we'll talk about those later on in today's program. So first off, let's talk about creating engaging posts that are going to get your ideal prospects to be drawn to you. I'm going to share with you the celebrity posting formula. I've had the absolute pleasure of working with some incredible celebrities because I'm well known in far as growing social media, not just to grow it, but to create an ROI. And one of my clients was Kevin O'Leary, yes, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. When he came to me, he had a good bit of followers, but he had no engagement on his page, okay? He was posting, this is one of his original posts. This was from his wine company. He has O'Leary wines. They're delicious, they're inexpensive, it's great. So he would do a post like this, and again, he had hundreds of thousands of followers, and it would get like 965 likes. Now, a good level of engagement on Instagram, when you have good engagement, it's between 1 and 3% of all of your followers. So if you're having 100,000, right, 100,000 followers, you want to get at least 1,000 would put you right at 1%. Well, he wasn't even hitting that because he had about 250,000 followers and he had 965 likes. So we're like, we got to do something better. So we changed the way that he posts and we started making it more personal. So here's a story he wrote about his mama on Mother's Day, and he shared a picture from back in the day of him and his mom and just told the story of his mom and the sacrifices she made and how she encouraged him. And that one post alone got 12,668 likes. It got shared over and over again, and it spiked his engagement on all of his posts on his page because he stopped making it about the product and he started making about his story. That's what made the difference. So how do you take the same formula to your own posts? Well, I use this exact same strategy. Again, I haven't been on Shark Tank. I don't have this famous last name, yet it works for me as well. And I'm going to take you through that formula. So the way that you do it is you're going to be opening up with a little personal share. I like to do some kind, we call it the grand entrance. We get their engagement so they keep reading. That's an old school direct response marketing technique that you're getting their interest up front. You create curiosity so that they want to keep reading. So you open with a personal share, then you add an emoji because they work. I don't know why, but they do. Then you're going to talk about the change you made. So if you're talking like a before and an after, you're going to talk about the change you made. You do another emoji, and then you ask the person who's reading a question. Okay. I also always give a call to action. It could be to tag somebody. It could be to double tap if they agree. It could be to answer a question. Now, they don't always have huge success, but I always get a few comments. And when you get response from your viewers, it tells Instagram, oh, this post has engagement. This is working. And then you'll see when you start getting your comments in, it'll trickle in more comments and more comments and more comments. It helps to get that engagement going. Another hack is don't respond to everybody's comments right away. So you're going to get some hearts and some comments and some shares in the very beginning. Reply to a couple of them and then set a timer and go back in an hour and do it again. Because what this does is each time you reply to the comments, it spikes it into the algorithm of Instagram. So it's then just going to give it another push and then another push and then another push. So you're creating activity on the post. This helps to expand the reach of the post every single time. And then we're going to add with the emoji. We're going to add that call to action, and we're going to use hashtags that we'll talk about in just a second. This is another example. So when people ask what I do, is it acceptable to say exactly what I want, when I want, and where I want to? Again, just like opening it up with a question, telling my story, and bringing them in with engagement. Just got massive responses, lots of engagement, lots of sharing, and then every time one of these people posts, Instagram starts sharing it with other people in their networks as well. The example of one of Kevin O'Leary's posts, he takes one of his great images and adds quotes to it as well. That's another option. Pictures of you, pictures of the places that you've been, and you can use them to combine them with quotes. One of my favorite apps to use to create great quote images is WordSwag. In fact, it's my favorite app of all time. I use this to create logos, PowerPoint slides, and I mean, I have a graphic designer, but y'all, you've all been there. It's like, I work really early in the morning. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm writing a blog post. I want to make this perfect quote image. I don't want to start emailing my designer. I just go do it. And WordSwag is a great app. You make beautiful quote images. You can make gorgeous edits on photos that you have. It's amazing. It also has built-in stock photography that's included in your account. When I first did it, I got it for $4 for life, which was amazing. I think now it's $2 a month, so it's super cheap. But another resource to get great stock photography for free is Pexels, PEXELS.com. You can use Pexels and search any topic you want, and there are tons of copyright-free photos that you can use in your marketing, whatever you want, your PowerPoint, social media posts, they are ready to go. All right, so we create a great image, we write a great caption. We now need to use our hashtags, because hashtags are really SEO for Instagram. This is how people are going to find you, because they're looking up a certain topic. It also means when they use these certain Instagrams in their own marketing, Instagram is more likely to show them your post when you use that same hashtag, because you're basically telling Instagram, hey, this person is interested in this topic. I write about this topic. Show my post to this person. And so it allows it to be categorized, kind of like search inside Google. When someone's searching for something, it's going to pull up content from a site that matches the thing they were looking for. It helps you to be matched up with the people. Now, you got to make sure the hashtags you use are actually about the content you're writing about, okay? So let's say you're going to write something about your upcoming sneaker sale for grown men, and you show a picture of a baby and you write hashtag baby. The Instagram will know that you are showing a cute baby because people love cute babies. That's nothing to do with your sneakers. They will penalize you for that. So make sure your hashtags have to do with the topic that you are promoting. Now, which hashtags should you use? Well, there are great hashtag directories out there. They tend to promote the most popular hashtags there are. I don't recommend using those. This is like you're going to be a teeny fish in a very big ocean. Bad idea. Instead, it's good to find the hashtags that are used in your specific niche and industry. Now, a way to start to do that is to check out the top 10 brands in your niche. So if you're in health and fitness, or you're in finance, or you're in marketing, see the hashtags those are using in your industry and make a list of them. You know, just make this nice list. And so I might go to Russell Brunson. I'm going to see he's using entrepreneur and marketing tips and marketing life. And I'm going to see those hashtags, and then I'm going to make a list of them. Now, you don't use all of them. Don't copy and paste. Test doing different hashtags all the time to see what your reach changes to. And also Instagram requires, if you don't change up your hashtags, they're going to believe you are using a bot, and they are anti-bot. They will kick you off for that. So make sure you're changing up your hashtags, because that will help your distribution as well. A great resource to look up additional suggested hashtags. So if I was to put in, let's say, hashtag marketing life, it would give me more options, is displaypurposes.com. You can put in a specific hashtag, and it will suggest to you other hashtags that you can use. Now, to make my life much easier, I like to keep a list of these hashtags right in the notes on my phone, so I'm not having to retype them every time. It makes posting so much easier, because I can just go copy and paste those into my phone. And as you're creating those posts, you're going to keep testing them. Okay. All right. Now, when you're putting posts, I have not found like there's this magic number. That's the exact number you should do. Now, you can have up to 30 hashtags, but I have found if I do more than, let's say, 15, my reach tends to go down. So that's about my number, but yours might be different. Just test it. That's how you're going to find. And the good news is there's always an audience already gathered that's the perfect match for you. So as you're growing your content, why not leverage other people who already have great followings on Instagram, right? You can leverage other people's tribes. There are these promotion pages on Instagram, basically just exist to promote other people's Instagram accounts. And you can always tell that they're a promotion page if they're not branded with a specific person and they have a large following, and they let you know that they have inquiries. So you can look them up in your specific niche. Their posts will typically show up in that top post ranking under a hashtag. So when you're inside of Instagram and you go in this little search box, put in the hashtag in your industry, look at who the top posts are from, and see if any of them include this type of information, and you'll know that they're a brand ambassador, and they will often take inquiries over promoting to promote your brand for a fee. When you go to their sites, they typically have information like this, like how can you to get information to promote you and your brand. And an even better method to do all the work for you is to work with an influencer broker. There are a ton of great services out there. You can just do a quick Google search and they will match you with your brand to an influencer that would be a good match to promote you. And a bonus Instagram influencer hack is to use Instagram stories. Now, when you get up over 10,000, it's incredibly valuable to use stories because you can link to the story, or you can put links in and you can send traffic directly to your site. But they're still valuable even when you can't do that yet, because it creates engagement, it creates following. People will, excuse me, I'm losing my voice there, will often go and click through to your profile from your story, and it's free. Now, stories are incredibly popular on Instagram. There's no limit on the number of stories you can post in a day because they don't automatically show up in somebody's newsfeed. They have to click on the button, and so people do that, and so it's not intrusive if you have a whole bunch of stories. So, and they're quick, they're fast, people enjoy them, and so I highly recommend that you use them. Now, to create a story, you click on your profile image, and up will pop a bunch of options. You can do normal, which can be just one photo, or if you hold the button down, it could be a 15-second video. Boomerang is just like that quick image. You can do an Instagram Live. Don't love it as much as Facebook because Instagram Live, you can't, it only lasts 24 hours, but it's still an option. And you have super zoom and goes, you know, that kind of thing. That's also an option in there as well. So play around with it. The easiest one, quickest one to use is just that big normal button in the middle. Do a 15-second video or do a still photo. You can still use hashtags on these, so that way people can still find you using the story. Super helpful. More tools to get leads. Make sure you use those emojis when you're doing your posting. You can comment and like on other people's posts that are part of your tribe. So if you go to an account of one of the leaders in your industry. So let's say I'm in nutrition and I go to JJ Virgin's page. I can look at some of the people who are commenting on her account, go to their account and comment on their posts. It starts to develop a relationship with them, and a lot of people will automatically follow you back and comment back when you comment on theirs. So it's a great way to do reciprocal give first following. You can also promote your Instagram page on other accounts. A lot of people just don't do this. Have it a link in the signature line in your email. Spend a week on Facebook promoting it. Spend a week on LinkedIn promoting it. Write a blog post and have a link to it. Do a concentrated effort to send more traffic to your Instagram account. You can also pay to grow your account. Now, we're not talking about like buying these bot agencies that pay people a day to go ahead and like your page. No, this is legit through Facebook and Instagram's ad platform promoting your account. The way I recommend that you do this is take the #1 most engaging post of your week. It had the most likes, it had the most comments, it had the most shares, and that's the one that you promote because it obviously resonates with your market. It's great because on Instagram, you get to test which one did the best and then promote that one. So to do that, you go to the post that had the most engagement. You click that blue promote button, and then you choose to promote your profile because you don't want to send traffic to your website or your storefront direct messages. Here, we're just all about getting more followers. So we're going to send them to our profile. Then I have found the quickest way to get more followers on my page is to let Instagram pick them for me. So I'll choose automatic when I want to have massive numbers quickly. If I want to do more targeted because I'm looking to do a promotion soon and I want to get the right people on there, I'll go ahead and select the interests of the people that I want to target. Now, when I talk about the interests of the people, basically you're getting up in front of somebody else's audience. So now I showed you Russell Brunson's page. I can then put his name in here and I can target people who follow him, and my post will be shown to them, and then they'll come and follow me. Like they're already sitting there, they're waiting, they like stuff. Take a look at my stuff. This is how this works. It's super cheap on Instagram, like $5. You can run a full campaign and get more followers. Amazing. And then you just select the campaign, look, $5 a day, 6 days, $30. We are good to go. All done. And this is exactly how I've grown my account, doing these exact strategies of creating engaging posts, posting photos that are engaging to the viewer, using emojis, liking people back. Then I'm able to grow to over 10,000 followers. Not using any black hat strategies, not going ahead and buying fake likes, but creating real engagement with an audience that asks to buy from me. Now, the question is for you, what next? Well, in review, Instagram is vital to growing your audience, list, and sales. You can grow quickly, and you should use free and paid hacks to build your follower count fast. The best time to start is now. Now, if you're looking for a way to drive those Instagram followers into your next clients, because let's be real, you can't deposit 10,000 Instagram followers into a bank account. How can we turn those followers into your next clients? How can we turn that popularity into your profit? I want to invite you to check out our Power Tribe business coaching. Inside Power Tribe, we leverage social media to turn your business into the most profitable company you can imagine, with not only multiplying your social media audience, but your sales as well. We have plug and play cash surge campaigns that can work for you right now to drive immediate sales in. Go ahead and check it out at powerfulprofessionals.com/coaching. That's powerfulprofessionals.com/coaching. Congratulations for completing the course, and I can't wait to see you inside the tribe.